Hello, Gemini. We're going to do a kind of a general message today, right? Whatever you need to know, whatever comes out, okay? Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment. I love reading the comments. I love hearing where everybody's from, what they thought, how it resonates, okay? This is a general reading. It's not going to resonate for everyone, so take what resonates for you and leave the rest, right? Just trash it and go check another placement. If you do not know your other placements, there is a link to a free natal or birth chart below in the description box, okay? If you want a personal reading, my email is in the description box also. And stay till the end. I will get you an oracle card. All right, what's going on with Gemini? What is going on? What do we need to know? What is the tea? All right, Nine of Pentacles. Look at you, standing strong. This is a lot of times my single, independent, fierce ladies or men, okay? Doesn't have to be, but you're looking good. Okay. All right, Gemini, let's do it. Coming into the current energy, we have the Seven of Swords. The challenge, blockage, or obstacle is the Hanged Man, Pisces energy right there. The foundation, or why is this all happening, is the Two of Cups. The recent past is the Ace of Wands. The crowning or overall energy is the Six of Pentacles. Coming into the near future, we have the Four of Cups. How your energy, right? Or how you're feeling or whatever energy you're in right now, we have the Queen of Pentacles. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy there. Doesn't have to be. Energy external to you that you're not aware of, that you need to know about. We have the Nine of Wands. I think Taurus got that in the same placement. So if you are dealing with the Taurus, you might check that out, right? Cross watch. Advice from the universe. We have the Queen of Swords. Well, there's your air energy. Okay. And the potential outcome is the Queen of Cups. Well, then we've got three queens on the board. Okay. Could be third party. Doesn't have to be. But there are three queens on the board. In the bottom of the deck, we have that Nine of Pentacles. All right. Well, then, let's just set that there. Well, that looks sloppy. I try and maintain like some amount of aesthetics. I'm going to just put it over here. All right. Let's clarify. What's going on? What's going on? What is this Seven of Swords? This can be my lying, cheating, stealing card, right? You hear that a lot when it comes to this card from, every tarot reader. But it can also mean somebody trying to get the heck out of Dodge, right? Strategizing, being like, oh, dear Lord, how quick can I get out of here? What do I got to grab? How am I going to do this, right? So let's find out what is going on with this Seven of Swords. What is this doing here in the current energy for all of my Geminis? The Two of Swords. So for some of you, you found out about, some lying, cheating, stealing, and you were like, absolutely not. I'm cutting you off. We're not doing that. For others of you, you could have been the one doing the lying, cheating, stealing, and then you got caught and got blocked or cut off. Okay. Take it as it resonates. This can also be the energy of, being at a crossroads, needing to make a decision because you're not going to be able to move forward with this energy. Okay, so what is this Seven of Swords, Two of Swords for Gemini? The Hanged Man. Could be dealing with a Pisces. We have the Hanged Man over here as the blockage. I feel like somebody found out about this situation, this kind of untrustworthy information with that Seven of Swords. They found out about it and said, absolutely not, full stop. And it looks to be in a relationship, okay? However that resonates for you, any kind of relationship, okay? Partnership, whether it's, romantic or contractual, like at work, or anything, right? Any kind of partnership. They're like, absolutely not. All right. So the blockage of this Hanged Man, the blockage is that somebody found out, right? They now have a different perspective of this situation, right? Now they know. They've it's like they were hanging around, not noticing anything, and then all of a sudden they kind of started seeing things differently and they figured it out, okay? The Hierophant could have to do with a relationship, could have to do with a Taurus, like I said a second ago. But this is someone who has gained higher perspective about a relationship. And it's kind of like, what am I going to do with this, right? This is the challenge. This is like, what do I do with this? So here we have the Eight of Swords. They feel stuck in this situation, not knowing how to move forward, right? Not knowing what to do with this information. The foundation of the reading is the Two of Cups, right? So a relationship, a divine partnership. What is this Two of Cups for Gemini? And that, remember, that's the foundation. And the Page of Cups. Somebody was acting immaturely. Somebody maybe was giving, not necessarily giving to another person in the sense of it meant something, but they may have just been, texting, sexting, talking to, right? Whatever it was kind of BS, but they still were doing it, right? This is an immature energy, the Page of Cups, right? And it could have been that you found out that they were doing this at work, because the Eight of Pentacles talks about work. But, it's like while one person was trying to build this relationship, the other person was being all emotionally immature and, doing whatever it was they were doing, right? The recent past, we have the Ace of Wands. Definitely can be very phallic, all right? Could have been, this person thinking with that portion of their body instead of with their brain, right? Yeah, the Knight of Cups. They were not being serious about it. They weren't trying to go out and find another relationship, but they were maybe being just way too flirty, or they were just doing something behind your back that was inappropriate. Because that Knight of Cups can be kind of, a lover boy, right? They just love the love. And here's the World. So maybe you thought this had stopped. Maybe you thought this person had leveled up. Maybe this person had moved on to something else, because the World talks about completion of cycles, karmic cycles, right? So maybe this person told you, I'm done with that. I'm not doing that anymore. But with the World card here, I feel like they're taking another turn. They really were not done. So in the crowning energy, we have, and if I have to pause this to cough, please excuse me, because my allergies are terrible. It's just ridiculous. And also, if my dog does not stop licking the carpet, I'm gonna just... Titus, no, thank you. Drives me nuts, that sound. Ugh. All right. So crowning energy, Six of Pentacles. This is, talks about maybe not having equal give and take, or a person who is giving to too many situations, right? They're supposed to be focusing on their serious relationship, their committed relationship, but they're kind of, spreading it around, okay? Oof. Seven of Wands. They may feel now kind of backed into a corner, because if you found out about this, you were like, what the heck is going on? And you're pointing your finger and all of these things. And that Seven of Wands, they feel backed into a corner now. But it kind of is because of their actions. So what are you going to do? So the Seven of Wands and the Ten of Cups. Yeah, you may very well, this person may very well be on the verge of losing you, because they thought everything was going, super great. But now it's not. And we do have this Nine of Pentacles, this single energy on the bottom of the deck. So, excuse me, anything could happen. So coming into the near future, we have the Four of Cups. Somebody's finally thinking about what they did. They were like, man, I had all of this and I wasted it, or I used it, or I lied to it, or I whatever. And, now they're regretful. They feel like they've missed an opportunity, maybe with you, or if this is you, you feel like you missed an opportunity with them to have something good. It's almost like a pouting energy I'm getting. They didn't think they were going to get caught, or they didn't think they were doing anything wrong. But if it hurts somebody else, it is what it is. Yeah. It's the Eight of Wands. There's going to be a lot of back and forth communication regarding these actions in this situation. A lot of back and forth communication. And it could be, Gemini, that you or your person, however it resonates, is moving on. Like, I don't care how this made you feel. I don't care if you didn't think you were doing something wrong. This was a hurtful action and you made me feel like I was less than or not enough. And that's not okay. Yep. The Nine of Cups. Moving on your own, right? Finding emotional fulfillment on your own. Whew. All right, Queen of Pentacles. What is this Queen of Pentacles? This is the energy that that you're in right now, and it could be the roles could be reversed. So take that as it resonates. Okay. What is this Queen of Pentacles energy? And the Justice. You're gonna come out of this a lot better. You could be going through a divorce right now, or some kind of situation where you're splitting assets. But it's like you're gonna get the lease to the condo, or you're gonna get the mortgage, you're gonna get the house, or whatever, because this person screwed up, and maybe they weren't prepared for you to call it quits or say, full stop. No, we're not doing this. So you certainly could be going through a divorce, which is why this Queen of Pentacles may end up as the Nine of Pentacles. But regardless, you're gonna get plenty from this whatever this is, right? Yeah, because it's ending. The Death card. This is a situation that's ending. It's almost like you found out about this and didn't even tell him. You just went and filed for divorce, or filed for legal separation, or packed your stuff up, right? They weren't expecting that. All right, I apologize. I'm telling you. Living in the Midwest is not for the weak if you have allergies. Okay, so again, they weren't expecting this, but it was literally full stop. I'm done. So energy external to you that you may not be aware of, but you will be now, is this Nine of Wands. I feel like this person, I feel like they're bad. I feel like they're like, look at everything that we've been through, and now you're going to just shut me out or whatever. Like, he looks like he's pouting. And that's kind of the energy that I'm getting. They're like, whatever, I didn't do anything wrong. But they did, okay? And the Star. They may be hoping that this is going to come back around. Or this person may just be trying to heal. Or this person is finally seeing that you were everything that they wanted, and now they screwed it up. Right? Doesn't that always happen? Day late and a dollar short. And Judgment. They want to revisit this situation. They are hoping, wishing, and praying that there is a rebirth of this relationship. But even if there's not, they've got some decisions to make because their whole life has changed, okay? So advice from the universe. We've got this Queen of Swords. This is your energy. This is my don't F with me or I will cut you cards. This is laying down healthy boundaries, speaking your truth, and really being better off for it, right? Sometimes the Queen of Swords can be a little bit jaded or a little bitter, but we all get that way in a relationship that these kinds of things happen in, right? But then we move on, and then we heal, and then we're like, I'm not ever going to let anybody do that to me again. Okay? I'm not ever going to let anybody do that to me again. I'm going to speak my truth and the Chariot, and I'm going to move on. I'm going to get on while the getting's good, right? So there's nothing that this person can do, I don't think, to get you back. But again, we all have free will. So do with it what you will. And the Seven of Cups. You've got options. You've got different things that you can do, places you can go, jobs, people, opportunities, whatever it is. And that's what you're moving on towards. Whatever you dream, you can have. Okay? So with this potential outcome, we've got the Queen of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. You could have prominent water in your chart, or you could just be in that energy of Queen of Cups. Why is this Queen of Cups here? What's going on in the outcome? And the King of Swords. You may very quickly meet someone and fall in love. Someone who has, who has respect for your boundaries and treats you honestly, and you just kind of fall head over heels, right? I mean, and that doesn't mean, like in a week. It just means that this is the energy available to you for somebody to love you and appreciate you, and also be a person who speaks their truth, right? The Five of Cups. This is going to be, these two other cups over here. The Five of Cups can talk about missing your person, having regrets, whatever, right? But for you, because you've moved on, if I read reversals, this would be in reverse, right? It's time to turn around and face those Two of Cups, those opportunities that you still have, the things that are in your energy that are good, that you can still grab a hold of and love, right? And that's a good thing. Of course, you might go through a phase where you really miss this person and you get in your feels and you want to talk to them and you want to be with them. But I just don't necessarily see that. Now, Gemini, you're the twins, right? This can be a bit of a hot and cold, like one minute you miss them, the next minute you're like, never mind, I don't, right? But that's how you kind of move forward. You have to mentally work through all that energy, right? Let's get one more for this outcome for you, Gemini. There you are, the Lovers. Okay, so you're going to have a person come through for you because you've chosen to move on. That's going to be amazing and beautiful. And on the bottom of the deck, we see that. We see you single, right? Attracting the energy you're in, financial independence, standing on your own, being very stable and grounded on your own, having found that healing on your own. The Hermit has this star in his lantern, right? And once you start going through that process of healing and working through those emotions, that's when you get this Wheel of Fortune and opportunities open up for you, right? That's when you get this person that comes in that matches your healed energy, okay? All right, let's get an oracle card. This could be something related to this reading. It could be something totally different. Let me know in the comments how it resonates for you, okay? All right, for Gemini, what's up? What's up? What's up? Hobbies. Okay, it's time to kind of refine yourself, find the things that bring you joy. That's part of healing, right? When we've broken up and now we kind of find ourselves on our own. There's voids to fill. There's time slots opening up to fill. They're saying, get back to the things that you enjoy. Find your joy in the things around you. Find happiness in the things around you. Work towards healing and investing in yourself and the things that you love, because that's what you're going to attract, right? Oh, looky here, bottom of the deck. You may even find yourself having a new career. I like it. I like it. I like it. All right, guys, that's what I got for you. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Let me know how this resonates in the comments. Book a personal reading if you'd like. That information is below in the description box. And in the meantime, I'm sending you tons of love, light, happiness, luck, all the good things. And I will see you next time.